Oh shit!
Jumping almost my entire height off the ground in shock at the recorder restarting. My legs whirled uselessly, trying to run mid-air before I collapsed to the ground in a heap.
Bing! Get every pony moving! What's wrong? Fucking move!
Masses of sounds were erupting from the medical room. Ponies were shouting, swearing, and screaming in panic. Guns were being loaded. I heard safeties click and hooves clatter.
I can't believe it! What are they doing? Keep moving! Get out before...
An electronic voice crackled through the recording.
Pitbuck signal detected. Depressurization routine active.
Screaming of my own right, I hurled myself toward the back door, seeing it open normally. Recorder or not, those words were too fresh in my mind.
Every pony run!
I could only assume they had rushed for the back door by the way their hooves kept clattering on metal and not dirt. The horrifying sound of the door slamming shut behind them echoed loud enough to send me careening into a wall. My head slammed on a metal pillar, sending white spots all over my vision, my balance reeling from my damaged ear.
Every pony got out? Just princesses' fucking backsides. Sculpts. What was that? I don't know. Keep moving. I saw on the terminal. That's activated everywhere. They're trying to kill us. I don't know, but what? It's stable wide. Everywhere but the science levels. If we use our pitbucks, it locks down and kills us. No, Sculpt! We sent all the residents to their rooms! Oh no. What have they done?
I pushed myself further from the door into the dark corridor as their galloping took on a pace I could never match. It wasn't needed. Suddenly the floor wasn't there, and I roughly fell down the next flight of stairs. My knees and head got scuffed and banged, but through some minor miracle I landed at the bottom in such a way that I could unsteadily gallop on. Panic drove me. I could hear it in my ghostly companions' voices. Screams for families were audible as it became a mad rush for the living quarters. Half falling dizzily and half leaping and galloping, I descended to the next level and rushed out to the massive set of corridors. Dozens of rooms passed by me, undoubtedly the living areas. Each had a window and one hard-closed door. The screaming started. I had found the residents.
Sweet Celestia! They're trapped! Get them out! Get them out! The doors are jammed! Oh fuck! I'm sorry! Pitbuck signals detected. Depressurization routine active. Help! The air! No!
They were in their rooms, every one of them. There, huddled amongst crumpled jumpsuits, frozen in time and held by motionless environments. They were lying upon their beds or collapsed near windows. As I saw them, I heard the banging of dozens of ponies on glass through the pitbuck. I galloped madly forward, tripping over masses of bags, trolleys, and laundry dropped and overturned in the blind panic.
My sons are in there! Pitbuck signals detected. Depressurization routine active. Some pony do something! Fuck! Do something!
3 gunshots rang out sudden and loud. A window pane before me bore 3 bullet marks on it. The glass hadn't broken. Behind it lay one small skeleton near a cot, with a larger one nearer a window. Its dented pitbuck was still sparking blue light over them both.
No pony, use your pitbucks! Take them off! We can't! They took all the tools! Pitbuck signals detected. Depressurization routine active.
Every skeleton had a thick pitbuck around their hoof. I saw a giant bench bent and strewn across the corridor.
Every pony grab that bench! Ready! 3, 2, 1, hit!
A dull thunk set a wash of static in the recording.
Again! 3, 2, 1, hit!
Another one, louder, accompanied by the screaming of some pony nearby. Then, finally, the sound of glass cracking. The window had been indented and bore a long crack, but the bench had also broken on one end. Stumbling over it, I kept going down the long corridor, window after window bearing the horrors within. The screaming never stopped as pony after pony banged on the windows and hollered. Many of the team I was following were crying as they shouted back, shouts of love or regret. An entire stable dying around me, yet here in the far-flung future, I was powerless to help them.
I'm sorry! Pitbuck signals detected. Depressurization routine Active.
Above the chorus of agony through the pitbuck, I screamed, "I'm sorry!" Tears fell from my face as I turned entirely around, seeing nothing but over a dozen unbreakable windows on either side with murdered ponies within. What had those idiots done? What was worth so much that it was worth killing so many innocents over? Filled with anger I never could have imagined, I galloped onwards, even as I heard Sculpt.
Those bastards! They're going to pay! They're going to fucking pay! I'm going in there!
My own hooves matched Sculpt's step for step as we both hurdled the same wreckage and slid under the same fallen beams. We heard the same mare on our right, her skeleton still oddly propped on the window. We both saw the buck on our left, relentlessly hammering at the window with his shotgun to save his wife. His skeleton lay around the weapon on the floor. We galloped together, past and future, to discover the same truth, to discover why. Within the recording I heard the door at the end of the corridor closing, as the voice droned once more.
Pitbuck signals detected. Depressurization routine active.
Sculpt's gasp of fear matched my own in shock, realization of why the armed team were dead in this corridor too. The recording became hazy, distorted, and warped. Sculpt's breathing was all I heard as sound died out, as we both ran through the door that led to the science areas, and I staggered through the door he had been running to get below before it closed. His ragged breath was filled with barely contained fury before there came the sound of him collapsing on the floor, of him crying. I lay down, wishing I could somehow help the poor buck, having just witnessed everything he had tried to save fall out from under him.
This won't go unpaid. To any who hear this in the future, this was our failure. The moment we became lost in the dark. My family and friends lie dead, not feared from me. But know this, I will not let what they have done go without incident. Whatever they were doing, it ends now, even if it kills me. Justification be damned. Secrets and lies were never what ponies were meant to have. The ministries brought these dark days upon us, even before the bombs dropped. I've lost everyone.
His composure broke before his voice took a steely, savage turn.
They will pay.
The recording clicked and ended.